Welcome to secondary steel making process. Today I am going to introduce unit 2 where it emphasizes on degassing methods. Gases to be removed such as oxygen, carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen are the main gases during the steel making process. Primary steel making and secondary steel making. These gases are to some extent in primary steel making process are removed or reduced to some extent. Further reduction of these gases will be proceed by either VOD process such as secondary steel making or refining process, secondary refining process, or AOD process for carbon reduction and sulfur reduction. VOD especially focus under the vacuum condition for carbon reduction, and there are circulating degassing methods such as RH and degassing methods. It focuses to reduce oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen and to some extent carbon after primary steel making. And there are two important process for making the stainless steel, duplex stainless steel, combination of electric arc furnace hot metal with combination of AOD and VOD process. If it is combined with AOD, it is called duplex stainless steel process. If it is also included VOD process, it is called triplex stainless steel process. Today let me introduce about the purpose of degassing. Primary, it is the to remove hydrogen and nitrogen, and latter it is also included for the degassing oxygen, carbon also. Mainly in the steel products, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon gases need to be reduced for automobile application, few other construction industries, some other nuclear industry applications. It is, why do you need to remove the hydrogen? There are for the forging quality steels, if you prolong annealing treatment, and that particular annealing treatment, prolonging for annealing treatment is to remove the hydrogen, and you no need to do if hydrogen is removed at the degassing stage. And to get the clean steel or killed steel, there should be oxygen free. Oxygen need to be removed either from CO or CO2. So it happens in the degassing method. And further, to achieve the ultra low carbon steels which is below 0.03 or 0.033 percentage, which is quite possible at the secondary refining stage of degassing methods, and further reduction of sulfur, which has happened in the pig iron reduction process also and primary steel making process also. Further reduction of sulfur is also required, where you use argon bubbling through the bottom of the ladle and you reduce the sulfur content to some extent, which is nothing but desulfurization will be happened in AOD vessel. And to making this particular chemical composition uniform or better control, you add some of the additions, some of the allying elements at vacuum, such as some sulfur content need to be added, silicon content need to be added, or some other pyrophoric oxide nature elements need to be added, which will be added under vacuum. And there are three main category of degassing process: ladle degassing process such as AOD, VOD vessel, and stream degassing process. As the molten metal is streamed into one ladle, above ladle to bottom ladle, there will be gases ejection will happen such as CO gas. Ladle gassing, one ladle to another ladle, if you pour even from the LD converter to another ladle, there will be degassing is continuously happening. And circulation degassing, from the molten metal ladle to vacuum vessel. This particular circulation will give ultra low carbon steels. Now coming to the, based on these particular purpose and assumptions, there was a development of new technology. That particular new technology is adapted mainly for the stainless steel production process. Initially you choose high carbon and ferrochrome material. You need to reduce the carbon and the chromium need to be induced, and to retain the chromium you add some amount of silicon also. Those things one need to keep in mind, which can happen at lower temperature. And coming to this particular point, that the carbon is oxidized mainly, and the carbon oxidizes to the CO and chromium also oxidizes at lower temperature. And for this you need the atmosphere pressure supposed to be lower. How do you achieve it? Only the way is choosing the vacuum. How do you achieve? By vacuum. And how do you inject the inert gases? Further reduction of the gases or oxygen by choosing the inert gases. How do you reduce the high carbon to convert into the CO? By injecting the oxygen. Combination of these things are chosen under vacuum condition. For reduction of atmosphere pressure, you need to choose vacuum. And there are two different techniques are under practice in this particular technology. The old one is called as a vacuum oxygen decarbonizer, for reducing the carbon to very low, so that you can produce ultra low carbon steels. And latter for homogeneity, to reduce the sulfur content as well as the carbon, it is also included AOD vessel, argon oxygen decarborization vessel. And combination of these things are used for high carbon ferrochrome to be reduced. And this particular process types are nothing but converter type vessels, just like LD converter. The design looks like LD converter. And this particular vessels are especially refractory lined with magnesite bricks. Note this point. Mainly the argon and oxygen mixture was injected to achieve the decarbonization and desulfurization. The chambers which are located two sides of the converter. In the next slide I will show the design. And this particular high carbon and chromium nickel alloy, initially it is melted, made in the form of hot metal using electric arc furnace process. Finally this particular melt or hot metal charged into the AOD vessel, so that carbon and sulfur is reduced. In the AOD vessel, high carbon ferrochrome is also charged at this stage, not this stage. And at the initial stage, what will happen as a stage 1 and stage 2? Initially, the argon oxygen is followed in the ratio of 3:1. Oxygen 3, argon is 1 from the 2 tiers. And so that carbon will be reduced to 30%. Once it is reduced to 30% from the initial charge, further oxygen argon ratio is reduced to 2:1 and continuously blown to attain 0.09 to 0.12% of carbon decarbonization processes. And first stage, the blow is, it is cooperates, it gives an advantage that the heat, amount of heat is sufficient, and when it increases you add coolants, 5% coolants you add for this particular mold. Let me repeat this particular point. During the blow stage of argon and oxygen, inert gas and oxygen, the amount of heat is sufficient. If it is increased, you are supposed to add coolants, 5% of coolant by chromium addition, you add it. Further, even stainless steel scrap, to cool it, 5% of stainless steel scrap can also be added. And final stage, the oxygen argon ratio is reversed, 1:3, to bring carbon level to desired value of 0.03% can be achieved. This particular for recovery of the slag, some amount of chromium in the form of chromium oxide will go into the slag. How do you recover it back? By adding the ferrosilicon, you can recover it back to, and by adding the slag basicity will be maintained 1.5 to 2, so that basic oxides will be removed, so that you will be achieving the clean and quality steel. This particular basicity will be maintained by adding the lime such as CaO, and this is the main reaction which is happening in this particular process. The slag formation and slag metal reactions are mainly accommodated by argon stirring process, inert gas stirring process, and this particular argon oxygen decarborization process will facilitate desulfurization to bring a level of 0.015%. That particular steel is suitable for making the stainless steel. These are the initial few steps before making the stainless steel and duplex stainless steel and triplex stainless steel process. These are the schematics. Using electric arc furnace, you convert high carbon and ferrochrome metal, molten metal. That particular molten metal is poured into the AOD vessel, and in the AOD vessel you inject either from the top and bottom. Usually from the top you supply the oxygen, from the bottom you supply the inert gas, and so that you will be achieving the desulfurization and decarbonization. This combination of process is called duplexing stainless steel production process. For this particular process, if vacuum tank, vacuum degasser or vacuum oxygen decarbonizer is adapted, carbon level will also be reduced to ultra low carbon, 0.03% carbon, as well as the oxygen will be reduced and chromium will be recovered. Using this, if some amount of allying addition need to be added at vacuum level, when you are adding, the composition will be maintained. This particular process is called triplexing stainless steel production process. This is the conclusion about previous two theoretical slides. And think about this point, that is degassing of hydrogen and oxygen to very low level is essential in automobile industry. Is it true or false? Think about this. Thank you.